encyclopedia of 2,000 pages is available to you all at £5 each. I'm not here to do business, but I want to help you. Wallah, I want to help you. £5 for this encyclopedia of 2,000 pages. There's not another book that you can get in the world today, 2,000 pages for £5. This is yours. To give you the value of this book here, in Birmingham, I purchased this from the bookstore called Hudson's. This is the Holy Bible. And I paid £9.95, 5 pence less and then 10 rands. For the two of this, I paid the price of one. This £9.95 plus VAT, VAT. You owe it to yourself before you go, take it. It's good for yourself, for your employer, let's say your boss. There's no better present you can give Christmas present than this. Or your employee, somebody working for you, there's no better present than you can give this. His wedding present, give him this. His birthday present, give him this. There is no better present that you can give to your son-in-law, to your brother-in-law, to your employer, to your employee, anybody, everybody. This book must be shared with the rest of mankind. And it is £5 each. So I said in Surah Anbiya, chapter 21, verse 107, we are told that the mission of Muhammad is to the universe. We have not sent you. Jesus said, I am not sent. Muhammad is merely said, you are not sent, but to the whole of the universe. Jesus said, I am not sent, but to the Jews. Difference in the mission. Teachings. There are teachings. The teachings were suitable for the needs of the Jews, the teachings of Jesus. Look, he came for the Jews, he says so. He was particularly catering for their own sicknesses. The Jews had developed certain sicknesses. They had become hard-hearted. They had forgotten forgiveness. They had a law, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Beautiful law for a nomadic people, moving from oasis to oasis in the Sinai under Moses. They needed a law that will give them quick justice. There's no time for lengthy litigations. There's no time for putting a man in prison. So what do you do? A quick justice. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You damage my eye, go to the judge and say, well, come, you also give it to him. You broke my tooth, say, break his teeth. No, come on, man. There's work to be done. Move on, move on. Beautiful law. But laws have a tendency to change characters of people over a period of time. See, the racist people that Hitlerite Germany. Hitlerite Germany. Germany, one of the most cultured nations in Europe, the land of Goethe and Beethoven. That nation could incinerate 6 million Jews. It's impossible, man. How can they be so barbaric? 6 million Jews, they incinerated, and because of Hitler, some 40 million people died. During the Second World War, 40 million people died. What a devil. How did he do it? A nation like that? No. You can be programmed. You can be brainwashed. See, in the community, they talk about Jew, the parasite, the parasite, the parasite. So when it comes to some devil comes along and says, man, kill them all, put them in the incinerators, gas chambers. And the 90 million Germans, they just looked on. They looked on. It can happen. Brainwashing. I come from a color-conscious country, South Africa, color-conscious. I have invited hundreds of whites, businessmen and missionaries to my home for dinner and dialogue. I talk to them, I share with them my food and the ideas, and they enjoy both my talk and my food. You know, the food is captivating. You know, Pakistani food. What is Pakistani food? You can enslave people through the tongue. Feed them until you can enslave them. With your bhajas and samosas and so they enjoy my food, they enjoy my talk. And when they part, profuse things. And subsequently they meet me in the street. They go to my house, the missus, convey my regards to her. But no white man has ever called me to his house for a cup of tea. Yet! And I jokingly asked them, I said, you people, don't you know such a thing as reciprocation? In your community, don't you know what is reciprocating? They said, no, they don't. And I said, how is it that nobody calls me for a cup of tea, man? I said, no, I tell you why. No, they are good people. Wallah, they are good people. They are good human beings, like any other community. But at the back of the mind, they are color conscious. Everything is color, color, color. We are divided by color. The Indian, the African, the colored, the white, color, apartheid, keeping people apart. So now, I give them a heavenly treatment. But at the back of the mind, see, if I call this fellow, if he comes along with his wife and children, you know, with that long dress and that hijab or the shalwar and that dupatta and, you know, looking for the house, and people are watching, so where this could be going. And when they knock at the door, and the woman with the house who opens the door, oh, come in, Mr. Deedat, come in. People are watching, so what's going on here? And 5 minutes goes by, half an hour goes by, he says, this Mrs. Smith, you know, is she running, is she being, you know, or illegal liquor or something, is she selling? Shh. Oh, there's the fear at the back of the mind. Subconsciously is there. So the guy says, just say, come in my regards to the missus. Says, thank you very much, sir. No, this is what laws do. Laws have a tendency to change characters of people over a period of time. Anybody, everybody. We all get brainwashed. So the Jews got brainwashed. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. They forgot forgiveness. So Jesus Christ, another spiritual physician among the Jews, he's a spiritual physician. He sees the sickness of his people. So he gives them a remedy. He says, it has been said by them of old time, the prophets of old, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, resist not evil. He who strikes you on the right cheek, give him the other. This is an antidote, a remedy for sickness. He says, if a man walks, makes you to walk, he says, agree with thine adversary quickly, while thou art with him on the way, before he takes you before the magistrate and makes you to part with your last farthing. He said, if a man takes away your coat, give you a cloak also. If a man makes you to walk 1 mile, walk with him 2. I said, you good Christians, Britishers, you should have welcomed Hitler. Look, that guy wanted this little island, that's all. You should say, welcome. Look, that's what Jesus said. If a man wants to take you a coat, give you a cloak also. Say, my empire as well. India is for you. Australia is for you. South Africa is for you. What? This little Britain. That's what you ought to have done. But no, he said, you fought back. This is Islam. When churches said, we'll fight them on the beaches. We'll fight them on the seashore. And we'll fight them with broomsticks. I said, I admire you for that. This is Islam teaching you that. Jesus told you to throw by the cheek. Give your, if the man takes your coat, give your cloak, your trousers also. That's what you're supposed to do. But you didn't follow Jesus, you followed the Muslim Islam. Islam says we must fight back, we must resist every oppressor. So, it is only suitable for the needs of the Jew. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he gives us a perfect example for every situation. The Quran says, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. So most certainly, in the Apostle of Allah, you have the best exemplar. In every aspect of human life. Where do you find this? In Surah Ahzab. Where do you find Ahzab? In the index. Ahzab. And the A, Ahzab. It tells you chapter 33. Ayah number 21. Easy to find. Check it up. You owe it to yourself. Check it up. Greatness. We are not trying to belittle one or the other. But Jesus Christ, he gave us a standard. He has given us a standard. You see, he says in Matthew chapter 11 verse 11, Matthew 11:11, he speaks about John the Baptist. John the Baptist, we call him Yahya alayhi salam. See, the Jews were expecting that before the coming of the Messiah, Masih, translated Christ, Elias must come first. A prophet called Elias is supposed to have gone up into heaven, bodily, before Jesus. And they believed that he was going to come back before the coming of the Messiah, the Christ. So when Jesus claimed that he is the Christ, the Masih, the Messiah, they asked him, where is Elias? So Jesus points out to John the Baptist that John the Baptist is Elias, or in the spirit of Elias. And he testifies about John, Yahya alayhi salam. John, the disciple, the people who wrote, supposed to have written the Gospel of St. John, you're not talking about that. John was a common name, like Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're not talking about that. I'm only talking about Yahya alayhi salam, John the Baptist. So Jesus speaks about him and he says, among those born of women, everybody is born of woman. Every carries, every human child. Among those born of women, there has not risen another greater than John the Baptist. The greatest prophets among Israelis, among the Jews, was Yahya alayhi salam.